Paris looks peaceful. Golden lights, soft music, couples walking beside the river. It feels like a dream. But Paris was not built from love. It was built from fear. Because this city once learned something dangerous. It learned it could destroy its rulers. And once a city learns that, power never forgets. Before the beauty, before the fashion, before the Eiffel Tower, Paris was a nightmare. The streets were narrow and dark. Buildings leaned so close they blocked the sun. There were no sewers. People threw waste out of windows. When it rained, the streets filled with filth. Rats ran everywhere. Disease spread fast. The Black Death arrived, and thousands died. The smell of smoke, mud, and sickness never left. Paris was crowded, angry, desperate. And when people are desperate, they become dangerous. By 1789, France was breaking. Bread was too expensive. Children were starving. The king lived in a palace of gold. The people had nothing left to lose. Then one day, the streets exploded. Crowds stormed the Bastille prison. Guns fired. Smoke filled the sky. The gates fell. Paris had crossed a line. And there was no going back. The king was arrested. Soon after, he stood before a crowd. The blade of the guillotine rose into the air. It fell. Silence. Then cheers. Paris had killed its king. And the world was watching. Out of chaos came a soldier. Napoleon Bonaparte. Smart, ambitious, ruthless. He promised order. He promised strength. He crowned himself Emperor of France. Paris became a stage for power. Huge monuments rose from the ground. The Arc de Triomphe. Grand squares, massive stone buildings. But beneath the stone, the memory of revolutions still burned. The people had tasted power once, and rulers knew they might taste it again. By the 1850s, leaders feared one thing: another uprising. The old streets of Paris were perfect for rebels. Narrow roads made it easy to build barricades. Soldiers could get trapped. Revolution could spread like fire. So Emperor Napoleon III made a bold, cold decision. He would destroy Paris, not with bombs, but with plans. He hired Baron Haussmann, and together they tore the city apart. Entire neighborhoods were erased. Over 20,000 buildings destroyed. Families forced out. History wiped away. In its place came wide boulevards, long, straight roads, open spaces. It looked beautiful, but beauty was not the goal. Control was. Wide streets meant cannons could fire clearly, troops could move fast, barricades would fail. Paris was redesigned to stop rebellion before it began. The city was rebuilt to protect power, but Paris was not finished fighting. In 1871, after a terrible war, the city rose again. Workers took control. They formed the Paris Commune. For 2 months, they ruled. Then the army returned. What followed was called the Bloody Week. Gunfire echoed through the boulevards. Buildings burned. Men, women, even children were executed. Around 20,000 people died. The wide streets ran red. The redesign had not stopped rebellion, but it had made it easier to crush. And this time, the message was clear: never again. In 1940, another army entered Paris, Nazi Germany. The city fell quickly. The Eiffel Tower stood silent under enemy flags. For 4 years, Paris lived under occupation. Fear returned. Whispers filled cafes. Resistance groups worked in secret. Then in 1944, freedom came back. Allied forces marched in. Crowds filled the same wide streets built for control. They cheered. They cried. Paris had survived again. Kings fell. Emperors faded. Invaders came and went. But the city remained. Today, Paris feels calm. Artists paint along the river. Music floats through the air. The buildings look perfect. The streets feel grand. But look deeper. Those wide boulevards, they were built from fear. Those perfect buildings, they replaced neighborhoods full of life. Paris is beautiful, but that beauty hides a violent past. This city has burned. It has bled. It has overthrown kings. It has crushed its own people. And every time, it rebuilt itself stronger, colder, more controlled. Paris did not become beautiful by accident. It became beautiful to survive. Paris has a pattern. It rises, it rebels, it burns, then it rebuilds. The question is, If the pressure ever builds again, will Paris stay quiet? Or is another revolution waiting? Beneath the surface,